Pretty remarkable game in the end. Straight after the game, how are you feeling?
Oh, look, we win, so we move on, so we're happy. But, look, I thought we showed, a fair amount of resilience, playing pretty ordinary footy in the first half. Quite 4-goal margin and, going out to kick into the breeze. I thought we showed a bit of ticker to get back into the game and then found a way.
What's going through your mind when they get a free kick, the siren goes, and there's nothing you can do except wait and see what the result is? What's going through your mind at that moment?
Hope he misses it, I guess, to be honest. But it was out of our control by that stage. But at the end of the game, the scoreboard says we win and we move on. So you take a fair bit out of the second half, I would think, especially in a final.
Let's start with the first half, because they looked very clean. They looked like their pressure was up and they were playing the game on their terms. What did you make of the first half? Was it a lot of the things that they were doing right, or did you feel like you were perhaps a little bit flat?
Oh, they were better than us. They were much harder at the footy. Won the contested ball, won the clearance, dominated the field position. So I thought we started okay. First 10 minutes was all right. Losing Dent probably unsettled us for a bit. But the first quarter wasn't too bad. It was the second quarter that probably let us down.
And then you're five goals down to start the second half. But then the game just underwent an amazing transformation. You were able to, get the game back on your terms. Your pressure clearly went up a level, and it was your attack on the footy and the ability to take the game on when you had the ball in your hands that probably turned the tide. How were you able to make that happen?
Well, to the boys' credit, they made it happen. So, we identified. That they were clearly had been better than us. Winning the ball, contest, clearance. So they were better than us, and they got to play the game on their terms. So I thought we willed ourselves back into the contest. Certainly wasn't sort of lace out pretty footy, but we just found a way, and our pressure, and there was some selfless individual efforts, and got a bit of momentum and kicked straight.
It started with the pressure, didn't it? Because in the first half they were able to move the ball cleanly and play some, pretty attractive footy, but they couldn't do that in the second half once your pressure, was probably where you wanted it to be.
Yeah, and our ball use was pretty ordinary in the first half, which probably, I think they were able to get some real bounce off some of our real poor entries or poor use of the ball. But, it's a credit to them. Their pressure was good, so our ball use was poor, and then, they got us on turnover and scored. So, their first half was really good. But our second half, I thought we found a way to, which is not easy, There's a fair bit of pressure in finals, and you come in and you're down, and it can be easy to, start letting all those outside influences weigh in on your effort. But our boys dug in, so, really proud of them.
And like you said, it wasn't clean, but your small forwards in the second half were amazing, led by Matty Parker, but also Ninyet had his moments, Manfred Kelly had his moments, Donaldson had his moments. They all really stepped up.
Oh, they just all played their part, to be honest. I thought Jesse Motlop, for a young kid playing in the final, I thought his work rate and pressure and effort was outstanding. So, we certainly weren't outstanding, but we talk about it a fair bit. When we go okay, we generally have a pretty even performance. So, I think our highest possession winner was low 20s. Yeah, and then the most of them were sort of around 8 or maybe 10 was the lowest, and there was a couple below that. But, I thought we lifted our pressure, started to win the ball, and were able to give our forwards a few more entries. And their pressure was good.
What is it about these games with Claremont? It seems like it almost always comes down to this sort of a contest.
Yeah, it's a strange one. It's, if you look at the Donaldson stoppage goal in the last quarter, it was almost identical to one that he kicked in the grand final. And then, you look over and Jimmy Miller's having a long shot from the far side, and it was sort of deja vu. But thankfully, we're on the same side of the ledger.
Now, you did it without Zach Dent for almost the whole game. It was a big hit he copped early. Firstly, you didn't look too happy about it at the time. Were you pretty disappointed with the hit that he copped?
Can't really comment, to be honest. But, I thought Zach was going the ball and got rewarded, but, got to no chance to play, in the remainder of the game. So, I'll let it take care of itself.
He's had a horrible run of bad luck this year, hasn't he?
He has, but he's one of the most resilient we've got, so he'll dig in and he'll be back.
How happy were you during the week when you found out that you would be able to get Matty Parker back for the finals?
Oh, it's fantastic because he's one of ours, and we love him. He spent most of the year with us until he got his opportunity. So, yeah, we were super excited that he got his opportunity, and the way the law was written and the spirit of it was always that they should be able to come back if they can, and there's no finals. And look, we're very lucky that Richmond was super supportive of it as well. So, but it's great for him. It's great for our footy club. He's in our leadership group, and it's fantastic to have him back.
Thoughts now on Subi next week?
Yeah, they've been a good team. They finished on top, and we can't wait to get up to Leederville Oval and have a red-hot crack at them.
It's a funny one. You probably don't know them that well. You've played twice this year, but gee, it must have been almost 10 weeks ago the last time. You only played them once last year, so over the last 18 months you haven't seen a hell of a lot of each other.
No, but that's cool. We'll have a look at them this week, and then we'll pick the best 22 we think can get the job done, and we look forward to getting up there and getting stuck in.
Good feeling in the rooms right now, knowing that you're one win away from another grand final?
Oh, absolutely, and so it should be. It was a fantastic win. I think sometimes the wins that you have when things don't go to plan and you find a way are much more powerful than if you just roll out and it all happens. So, we're certainly not getting ahead of ourselves. We've got some things to work on, but, we win next week. That we're pretty aware of what opportunities will come.